My crush introduced me to her future husband, and honestly, I smiled through the entire conversation, then cried in my car afterward. Her name was Ava, and for almost 3 years, I was completely convinced I was running out of time. Not because she knew how I felt, because she didn't. I never told her. We met during college, same classes, same study group. The kind of friendship that slowly becomes part of your everyday life. We'd grab coffee after lectures, send each other dumb memes at 2 in the morning, celebrate birthdays, complain about exams. Honestly, half my favorite college memories had her in them. The problem? I kept waiting for the perfect moment. After finals, after graduation, after I got a better job, there was always another reason to wait. Bro, then life happened. College ended, we still texted, still met for lunch every now and then, and every single time I told myself, next time. One Saturday afternoon, she called, sounding happier than I'd heard in months. Can we meet? I thought this was finally it. Maybe she wanted to tell me she felt the same way. Maybe I'd been wrong about the timing all along. I even bought flowers, not because I planned to confess, because I wanted the option. Then I walked into the cafe. Ava stood up immediately, smiling, but she wasn't alone. There was a man sitting beside her. She waved me over, then proudly said, I've wanted you two to meet. My stomach tightened. She reached over, held his hand, and smiled even wider. This is Daniel. Pause. My fiancé. Bruh, for a second. I genuinely forgot how to breathe. I shook his hand, congratulated them, even laughed at his jokes. Outside, I probably looked completely fine. Inside, it felt like somebody had quietly erased 3 years of my life. The worst part? Daniel was actually a good guy. Kind. Funny. The type of person you couldn't even force yourself to dislike. That somehow made everything worse. Then Ava looked at me and said, I've told him so much about you. I smiled. Oh yeah? She nodded. You're one of the most important people in my life. That sentence hit harder than anything else she'd said, because for years, I dreamed about being important to her. I just never imagined it would be like this. After lunch, I sat alone in my car for almost an hour. The flowers were still on the passenger seat. I stared at them, then laughed at myself. Not because anything was funny, because I'd spent years waiting for the perfect moment, and someone else had simply shown up. Months passed. I stopped texting first, not to punish her, because I needed room to heal. Then one evening, Ava called. She sounded worried. Did I do something wrong? Silence. Real silence. Then I finally told her the truth. I loved you. I just never had the courage to say it. She didn't speak. Not for a long time. Then she quietly whispered, I didn't know. Bro, no dramatic confession. No last-minute twist. Just two people realizing the truth. Far too late. She apologized. Not for choosing Daniel, for never realizing what I was carrying alone. Then she said something I'll never forget. If I'd known. She stopped herself, then smiled sadly. I guess we'll never know. Years later, I attended their wedding. Not because it was easy, because she mattered to me. When the ceremony ended, Daniel walked over, hugged me, and quietly said, she always says you taught her what loyalty looks like. I smiled, then watched them walk away together. And honestly, I think the hardest heartbreak isn't being rejected. It's realizing the love of your life never got the chance to choose, because they never knew there was a choice to make.